Proofs involving triangles, problem type 3. We are being asked right here to prove that triangle QTP, let's trace that. I recommend you redraw this on a separate piece of paper to follow along. QTP, that triangle, let me highlight it for you, is congruent to triangle QSR. QSR. Notice these two triangles overlapping. So what I recommend you do first in overlapping triangles is to pull the triangles apart. I'm going to do that very carefully so it's easy to see. This would be triangle QTP, Q, T, down to P. And this would be angle 6 here. And then here we have triangle, the blue triangle, QSR. If you look very closely, that right there is angle 5. So we are given the fact that angle 5 and 6 are congruent. So we're going to pull that. We have a pair of angles. We'll put A for angles. This is part of our given information. So we're following gift, given, implied, freebies, talk through. So angle 5 and 6, given information. QS is congruent to QT. So QS and QT are also congruent. That's a pair of sides. So we're done with our given information. Now we're going to look at what is also implied as congruent here. If you notice very closely, both triangles exactly overlap at Q, They exactly overlap at Q. Here we have QPT, the red, and then here we'll do this in blue at QSR. They both exactly share angle Q, so that is also congruent. That's called a reflexive angle. So here we have a pair of angles. And then we had a pair of sides, and we had another pair of angles. In this case, the side is sandwiched between the two angles, so we have an angle, side, angle situation going on here. And this enables those two triangles to be congruent. So coming here, we're going to follow angle, side, angle. So step number 1, we send our first given angles as congruent, and then we had the two pair of sides as congruent. What was our third angle? That was angle Q is congruent to angle Q. So I can go angle Q is congruent to angle Q. And the reason is reflexive angles, a reflexive property. And just so you can spell it out here, this gives us a pair of angles. This gives us a pair of sides and another pair of angles. That empowers us to say that the triangles are equal. So we're going to send that to proof. And the reason is angle, side, angle this time. And that's lines 1, 2, and 3. Because lines 1, 2, and 3 give us a pair of angles, see, angles, and a pair of sides, these are both sides, and then another pair of angles, again, angles, so it's angle, side, angle.